Good evening and welcome to the regular meeting of Port Clinton City Council of February 12th, 2013. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, the Lord's Prayer, and a moment of silence for our men and women serving overseas. I would ask you to keep in your hearts and your thoughts on Nancy O'Neill, who was a longtime servant of the city of Port Clinton and passed this week in her funeral today. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ron Ackerman.
Present.
Deborah Bancroft. Present. Kathy Mount. Present. Mike Snyder.
Present.
Mark Knopfler.
Present.
Randy Lipstroff.
Excused.
Nicole Freitas.
Present. We have no minutes this evening. The clerk promises me they will be here at our next meeting. The chair notes that certification has been received regarding compliance with the rules and notification of this meeting. And we will now go to the mayor's report.
Thank you, Madam President. For council, I have handed out several different items, and you'll see those in front of you. First of all, which is from Mike Panuski from the Army Corps of Engineers. This is a scoping information packet talking about the revitalization of the shoreline, the coastal wetlands. So you'll see that for you. Make sure you're informed. So you have that to review. Also, I know Mr. Copper had met with us and he had gotten a copy of a list of all the projects going on in the streets, the times, the dates. They're all there, so that was a great idea to give it to everyone, so we made sure you had that, so when the constituents call, you know exactly what we're doing, what the dates are. That's not to say that that's the end of the list. There's more to come. What we're trying to do is get everything organized. As far as sewer relining, I want to make that as one big project so we can get the best bang for our buck, if you will. So we'll forward that to you as well to show you what we're looking at and how we're trying to move forward to take care of some of the other issues. Keep you well informed. Along with that, I know the hot topic is Lakeshore Drive. The tap-ins for those folks on there that has been mandated by the Board of Health and also by the Ohio EPA to tap in. We've had several different meetings on many different occasions, the last of which included Nicole Freitas, Mark Copper, along with Gino Monaco from the county, as well as Kelly Fry and Commissioner Jim Sass. The results of that meeting, we obviously want to be good neighbors. We have regulations in the city of Port Clinton that we will continue to follow. We want to be good neighbors and try and help folks as much as we can. So we've composed a letter that came from my office to the commissioners asking for some help financially through the CDBG formula funds. If you will, I'll read the letter out loud so you know exactly what we're talking about. City of Port Clinton is requiring the Board of County Commissioners to consider providing the majority of its CDBG fiscal year 2013 formula allocation funds to assist year-round owner-occupied households with the costs associated with connecting to the West Lake Shore Drive sanitary sewer. The West Lake Shore Drive sanitary sewer was constructed and is owned by the county commissioners. It was designed to initially service the Camp Perry military installation and the Lake Erie Business Park. Now residents occupying single-family homes along the sanitary sewer line are being ordered by the County Board of Health to connect to the sewer line. These residents being ordered to connect are outside the city corporation limits. The city of Port Clinton receives the wastewater from the sanitary sewer line and treats the material at its sewage treatment plant inside city limits. These households would be sanitary sewer customers of the city To that end, the city has temporarily suspended a portion of its connection fees to assist residents in connection process. I strongly encourage and support any efforts by the Ottawa County Commissioners to utilize CDBG formula funds to assist these Erie Township residents in their connection costs. Sincerely, Mayor Vincent E. Leone. This would come at no cost to the city. This is just showing support and asking them, if someone doesn't ask, to help these folks. The commissioners can't do anything. So this letter does just that. Also, just one other thing I want to offer thank you to all the people that attended the meeting at the Elks on the 20th. Excuse me. To listen to Mike Rose and David Krebs from Washington Properties to discuss potential of improving our downtown, developing the waterfront. So just want to thank all the council members and obviously all our communities. It's very important to hear from them. And appreciate that they continue to give their opinions and concerns to your council people, anybody in administration. We definitely want to hear from you. That's who we work for. And with that, thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Auditors report.
Thank you, Madam President. I have nothing today.
Thank you. Treasurers report.
Madam President, I passed out the January report tonight.
Law directors report.
We passed out several ordinances to the council seats just prior to the meeting tonight. Ordinances 9 and 10 deal with a petition for annexation that was filed with the county commissioners last Thursday for the property in Bay Township that comprises the Fort Clinton Point development and the Bay Meadows development. The legislation is given to you tonight to take a look at because the city is on a timeline for responding to this. We have to provide a response on 2 items within 20 days of the filing of the petition. So that would be March 13th, which is the date of our next regular meeting. One of the thoughts we have is possibly to have a special meeting next Tuesday for the council to have any questions to go over these ordinances. The 2 ordinances, number 9 is an ordinance that addresses what services the city would provide to the annexed area if it is annexed into the city and a timeline in which those services would be provided. At this point, we already provide water and sewer. We would continue to do the same. And I think under section 1 is where I highlight what services the city is providing or would provide, and that they would be available upon the annexation of the property. The second part of the ordinance on number 10 is the city also has the option of consenting to the annexation. The second ordinance would say that the city does not oppose and it consents to the annexation taking place. That doesn't finish things, and it doesn't mean that we accept it. But if the township also adopts a resolution that consents to the annexation, then the commissioners have to approve it. And it doesn't go through a hearing at the point in time before the County Board of Commissioners. The other ordinance that was handed out to you is ordinance number 11. That was a request that I received just recently to prepare and submit to council for hiring Jones and Henry engineers to design the sewer line that is going to be replaced on Tabb Street in the city. I'm not sure the timeline for that. Maybe the mayor or Tracy can let you know how soon they need that. But the first 2, we would just look to add them to the agenda tonight and have a first reading on those ordinances. That's all I have.
Safety Service Director's report.
Thank you, Madam President. As you can all see, 6th Street is still coming along. There's a bunch of telephone poles sitting there. They're going to be moving the poles. Columbia Gas is obviously tearing stuff up. We've worked with them a little bit better about fixing some of the holes that they dig through the streets. And I know there was one on 4th Street that was a problem, and they did get right to it. So that is going to be a problem. They're scheduled to finish around mid-March, so about March 15th on the Columbia Gas portion of that project. Maple Street, I don't know if you've been to Maple Street, but we started that project. That is going to be a new water line on Maple Street. There's from 2nd Street to Perry Street, and then also resurfacing of the roads in that particular area also. At this time, they're telling me we're going to keep one lane open at all times. Obviously, it'll be congested, but there'll be one lane at all times right now open. And I want to thank our guys. They put a hydrostop in. A hydrostop goes in when the valves don't work to shut off some of the water along there. And our guys went in and we're doing the job and the work ourselves. So that saves a lot of money for us to be able to do that. Our guys got trained on that and have the equipment now to be able to do those kinds of situations, which may come up again on 6th Street. The last thing I have is we still have an open gym, open swim. I just want to make sure everybody knew that. $3 a person, $7 for a family, and that's at the high school, 1 to 4 on Sundays. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Police chief's report.
Thank you, Madam President. I have 2 items. First being regarding the child pornography case the department has been investigating over the past month. We now have a suspect in the investigation, which recently venue has been established to lead us to believe the crime to have happened in the city of Port Clinton some years ago. Detective Sergeant Carpenter should be presenting the case to the Ottawa County Grand Jury, and after only indictment, the suspect's information will be released. Number 2, our recently purchased 2013 Dodge Charger has been equipped, the graphics has been applied, and it went into service yesterday. This vehicle is assigned to Patrolman Richard Vance. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Fire chief's report.
Nothing tonight, Madam President.
Thank you. Under correspondence this evening, I have, and I think that you may have all gotten this, the invitation from the Port Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce and the Main Street Port Clinton for their annual dinner and awards program. That'll be Thursday, March 14th. It starts at 6 and dinner is at 7. The tickets are $40 and if you need the invitation. But they will be presenting their annual meeting and they will also be presenting some awards. And I just want to note that for Main Street, the Volunteer of the Year is our old city auditor, Larry Hartlow. Our former, not old. Also from the Ottawa County Improvement Corporation, they are inviting us to attend a U.S. EPA Assessment Grant Award. In 2009, Ottawa County was awarded $200,000 from the U.S. EPA to build upon our existing economic development efforts for the redevelopment of brownfields, preservation of the county's valuable green space, and development of a sustainable community to match our creation of advanced economy. Ottawa County successfully completed assessments through the community, utilizing the $200,000. They're now going to give a report on that. The meeting will be at the Catawba Island Club, the Clift Room, on Wednesday, March 13th, from noon to 1:30. If you want some more information, you can see the clerk. I'd like a motion to accept the correspondence as stated and also include the Emergency Services Committee report of February 19th and the Treasurer's report.
So moved, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Schneider. Could I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Ms. Bell. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We will now go to the reading of ordinances and resolutions. We have no third readings. We will go to the second readings, and would the clerk please read by title and summary only, ordinance 07-13.
Ordinance 07-13, ordinance establishing a video service provider fee to be paid by any video service provider offering video service in the city of Port Clinton, authorizing the Director of Safety and Service to give notice to video service providers of video service provider fee and declaring an emergency.
Does council wish to take any action this evening on ordinance 07-13? Seeing none, we will move that to the March 12th meeting for its third reading. And I did assign this to the committee last week, just I'm being out. Would the clerk please read by title and summary only, ordinance 08-13.
Ordinance 08-13, an ordinance creating an economic development fund for the city of Port Clinton, Ohio.
Does council wish to take any action this evening on ordinance 08-13? Seeing none, we will move that for its third reading to the March 12th meeting. I would now entertain a motion to add ordinances 09-13, 10-13, and 11-13 to tonight's agenda.
So moved, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Snyder. Second, Madam President. Thank you, Ms. Banco. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Ron Arson.
Yes.
Kathy Mount.
Yes.
Mike Snyder.
Yes.
Mark Hopper.
Yes.
Nicole DeFreitas.
Yes.
And Deborah Baker.
Yes. Thank you. please read by summary and title only, ordinance 09-13.
Ordinance 09-13. An ordinance complying with section 709.023, starting what services the city will provide to the territory proposed for annexation located in the Section 1 Bay Township, Ottawa County, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Does council wish to take any action this evening on 09-13? Seeing none, then we move to its second reading, to the March 12th meeting unless we decide to have a special meeting. Would the clerk please read by title and summary ordinance number 1013?
Ordinance 10-13. An ordinance consenting to the annexation of the property located in Section 1, Bay Township, Ottawa County, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Does council wish to take any action this evening on ordinance number 1013? Seeing none, we will also move that for a second reading to the March 12th meeting. Would the clerk please read by title and summary only ordinance number 11-13?
Ordinance number 11-13. An ordinance authorizing and directing the Director of Safety and Service to enter into an agreement with Jones and Henry Engineers in declaring an emergency.
Does council wish to take any action this evening on ordinance number 11-13?
Question, Madam President.
Yes, Mr. Snee.
Mr. Leon or Mr. Colston, is this a time-sensitive issue?
No, we should be okay for the next time.
Thank you.
Okay, seeing none, we will move that for a second reading to the March 12th meeting also. I would now like to entertain a motion that we have a special meeting on March 5th. I'm open to the time if people want to meet earlier than 7:30. If 7:30 is good. We have committee meetings that night. Do we still want to keep it at 7:30?
What committee is that night you have on? Let's see. Infrastructure, which is important,
Yes.
and
Planning and development.
planning and development is important. Probably have to wait.
Are you both having meetings that night?
That's what I intended.
Okay, all right, then let's keep it at 7:30. I would entertain a motion that we have a special meeting on March 5th, 2013 at 7:30 p.m. to